What's cooking, guys? Bien.
¿De qué país eres?
Israel, ¿sabes? Muy lejos.
¿Cómo se dice tu canal?
Mi canal, The Salukie.
¿Cómo?
Ah, es complicado. ¿Tienes, puedo escribir?
Dímelo, que yo quiero.
The, T-H-E, T. ¿Cómo se llama este barrio?
¿Este barrio?
Sí.
Andalucía.
Andalucía, Castilla, ¿no?
Ah, Castilla.
Ah, okay, gracias.
Chao.
Ciao. What's cooking, guys? It's El Salukie. I've been here in Bogotá in this neighborhood called Castilla, Andalusia, basically, which is a region in the south of Spain. I don't know why they called it that, but maybe it has to do with the fact that we're in the south of Bogotá. The south in general has a reputation for being full of crime and drugs. And yeah, here's an example. But I've decided to show you around the hood that I've been living in and show you some of the people I met, hopefully. So basically, I've been living here for about the past week and a half because it's super cheap, because it has a reputation of being so dangerous. It's actually super dangerous to be walking around with a camera in a place like this and speaking English to it. So that kind of like shows off that you're a foreigner. But you know how we do it here already. So let's go and get lunch at the place where I always get lunch and avoid confrontation. Como siempre, por favor. Gracias. See, they already know me here. I just tell them like the usual, which you'll see in a minute. So while I wait for them to make the food, this restaurant and this one behind me is owned by the same bloke. So yeah, we've been chatting the last few days. Let's see if he's happy to be on camera. Hola.
¿Cómo te ha ido?
Bien, bien.
¿Qué me cuentas?
Quiero mostrarle a mi familia dónde me vivo.
Ah, ok.
Por eso yo haciendo video.
Listo, no te preocupes.
No te
Quédate
preocupes.
tranquilo.
¿Dónde tú estudiar hacer comida chino?
En Venezuela.
¿En Venezuela?
Sí.
Ah, ¿estás de Venezuela?
Ajá. ¿Y tú?
Estoy
¿Tú
de-
vienes de Jerusalén, me dijiste?
Sí, no, estoy de Haifa, es la ciudad en la norte.
¿Pero te vas a radicar aquí?
Yo trabajando de mi computadora, por eso no importa dónde yo vivo, ¿entiendes?
Ya.
Y aquí es muy barato. Hay una reputación que eso es lugar peligroso, el sur.
Ah, ok.
El sur de Bogotá, ¿no?
Sí, me dicen, no sé, no tengo conocimiento en eso porque no... O sea, no conozco casi la zona. No tengo mucho tiempo. La situación del país está muy difícil allá. Muy
Sí. Yo voy a comer.
Dale, pues, buen provecho.
Gracias. So these two restaurants, this is the Chinese joint, and this is the local Colombian food, but they're basically owned by the same bloke, same family. So this is where I've been eating lunch like almost every single day. And I did just find out that they're, well, it's so weird. Yeah, that's the steak that I'm about to have. Esto es la sopa, ¿no? ¿La sopa? Ah, eso. Riquísimo. So this meal, which is the steak that I showed you before, chips, some vegetables, rice, and even a drink, costs literally $2. I eat here twice a day, and that's kind of all I eat during the day. So that's $4, and I pay $5 for my room. And that's kind of how I survive, you know, that's kind of how I keep traveling all the time, you know, just doing YouTube. Just for reference, at the time of the making of this video, I was making approximately $400 a month from both YouTube and your generous support on Patreon, instead of getting another job which will make me post videos less frequently in that. And I guess when I'll run out of money, then I'll have to somehow get a job somewhere, but yeah, it's not like I have many expenses besides food and the bed anyway, unless I'm making a video and really going out of my way. As you probably already noticed, it's not like I buy like clothes or something. By the way, just because it's cheap, don't mean it's not good. The steak, for example, it's sublime. I mean, they do burn it a little here, but I guess I need to tell them one day to do a medium steak, but yeah, it really is great. I mean, perfect value. The tap water in Colombia is drinkable, by the way. Gracias, hasta mañana. Chao. Chao, amigo. Hasta luego. So this is pretty much the center of the hood here. I mean, there is another center which has like a proper center, which has a shopping mall and everything, but there's not much there. I've been there. So this place is a bit retro, to be honest. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So here's what I mean. For example, here's a shop that sells internet services. That's pretty normal, but it also sells phone calls and llamada internacional, international phone calls. And it gets even better just around the corner here. This one sells películas and video games, juegos de Xbox. Who buys films these days? You just watch it on Netflix, right? And actually, I've talked to the guy that's here. The reason that they have this is because they've been robbed on multiple occasions, and it's for safety, basically. You know, in case they get robbed, in case a dog comes. I think he might. And there's a security camera over there as well, if you can see it. Hola. So these are the local bars. The other one is over there. We'll come back to that later, but I just want to show you during the day when there's daylight. So this is the other bar here behind me. And every little hood in Colombia has bars like this. By the way, look at the state of disrepair of this road. So I'm actually no stranger to living in random hoods. It's normally not dangerous neighborhoods like here, but I've done this before in Thailand and Spain. And that way, I really love it because you get a sense of how people truly live. Because the touristic areas, I mean, they're miles different. And that is basically the real reason that I travel. I like to learn about different cultures, learn different languages, and truly experience how people live. Because how many sunsets and how many beautiful mountains can you hike up? You know what I'm saying? It's all the same at the end of the day, kind of. No, haciendo una foto por la auto. Porque es interesante. There's actually an Aguila beer over here, which is the Colombian most popular beer here, I'm pretty sure. It's actually not Colombian though. It came from Spain and from Madrid, and it was reignited sort of and redistributed in 2019. And now it's a very popular and delicious Colombian beer. ¿Qué vendes, amigo?
Helados, pa. A 2000, bueno. Tengo ron con pasas, vainilla, chocolate.
No, quiero algo para beber, pero gracias.
Listo.
So that bloke behind me was selling ice cream. And that's a thing here in Colombia. You don't need a license to sell something on the street. You don't need any fancy license. Like you see, he's now right behind me. He's taking a shot with him. And advertising as he goes. So we've got a lot of young entrepreneurs like this guy, because that's how easy it is to do business in Colombia. Well, this kind of business, obviously. So I've never ventured to this part of the hood before, and it appears that there's another bar here behind me. Yeah, that guy's giving me stares like, why is he filming? Here we have the local football field where the kids and teenagers play around. Oh look, they're fighting apparently. And here it says, no hace un país diferente con gente indiferente. Which means we're not gonna have a different country. Our country isn't gonna change if people remain indifferent. What does suck about living here, for me at least, is that Bogotá is a gigantic city, gargantuan, 8 million people. So in order to get from one neighborhood to the other, you have to kind of travel 40, 50 minutes, and that's by motorbike taxi. If you take a car, the traffic is horrendous and it'll take you hours maybe. It took me 2 hours once to get to a different neighborhood. These are the outskirts of the hood. And here we've got like really big buildings that look like they're designed to fit in as many people as possible. And if you continue from here straight on, then you get to sort of a commercial little area with a mall and everything that I mentioned earlier. So let's go back to where I'm living. I'll show you my little room, the apartment, and we'll also get to meet the abuelita that owns the place. Because when I ring the bell, because it's such a dangerous area, there's high security. Like she can't just give me the key. I have to actually ring the bell every time, and she has to, stop what she's doing and come open the door. So I can't go outside past 11 p.m. I mean, I found that out later, after I did come back at 2 a.m. once, and she was like pretty pissed. But yeah, I just didn't know. All right, let's go and meet her. Hola. Hola. Buenas.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien, bien. ¿Cómo tú?
Bien.
¿Puedo jugar?
Sí.
Okay, gracias. So she actually has a little video game area here. ¿Es por los niños de barrio o qué? ¿Sí? ¿Es gratis por ellos? No. Ah.
Por nadie.
Por nadie. Para mí no.
No.
¿Y cuánto?
porque consume luz.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
1.200
1.200.
la hora.
La hora. Ah, está bien.
Eso es económico.
Qué bueno.
Y están los juegos
Sí.
por abecedario.
Wow, Call of Duty 4.
¿Tiene papá? ¿Mamá?
Papá sí tengo, sí. Mamá, papá, sí.
Ah.
Ellos en Israel.
En Israel.
Sí.
En Israel.
Ah, por supuesto, sí.
Ah,
Sí.
¿Xbox?
Xbox es un poco viejo. No, tenemos un Xbox más
Más actualizado.
más actualizado.
actual.
Sí, sí.
Ah.
Sí. Tú escribes no apagar consola hasta salir. Algo
Es que los niños rapidito le dan.
Sí. ¿Ellos intentaron o no? ¿Ya intentaron?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿En serio? Wow, locos.
¿Media o una?
Media.
Listo.
Necesito trabajar, estoy
Ah, ya.
sí, procrastinado. So my apartment actually comes with a little video game area. And this is Gears of War 2, by the way. But I actually didn't know. I mean, one day I heard like lots of shouting and I saw kids here playing FIFA. So guys, the Salukie has officially become a gaming channel. As of now, expect only videos like this. Where I play video games. We're gonna overtake PewDiePie. Please don't take me seriously, yeah? Colombia is a bit of a conservative country in terms of family values and that's why people are asking me, where's your family? Are they in Israel? Like, what are you doing here? And also because it's kind of weird to have a foreigner in a hood like this. I mean, every time that people realize I'm a foreigner here, they're kind of like, the fuck, man. Perdone? Sorry, go back to sleep, it's fine. Yeah, that's it. Necesito pagar. Alright, so it's time to show you the room, now that I've tidied it up a little. This is where I've been living. So basically the main reason that I came here is because I have lots of videos to edit. This is a video from Rahat from Israel. I'm still editing videos from Israel. So that just goes to show how far behind I am because I stack up on loads of videos and then I edit them. On that note, if you actually want to know where I am in real time, then follow me on Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube name, @the Salukie. Because oftentimes I get messages and comments on my videos. Let's say I'm making videos in Palestine and somebody says, oh, I'm from Ramallah, let me show you around. Here's my number or whatever. And I'm already here in Colombia. So we're in a different country. And it really sucks. So if you want to know who I am, just follow me on Instagram. So we have here this old school television. A picture, I suppose, of a beach. I'd like to imagine that that's Cartagena. And here I have a funny story about this. So when I initially came to this room, then I saw this towel and this little chocolate, I thought at the time, and I was super excited. I was also a bit hungry at the time. I was like, yay, chocolate, I opened it up, took a bite, and I'm like, fucking hell. It's a soap. See how confusing it is. It does kind of look like chocolate. People here in Colombia like to have sex in cheap motels. So there's actually a saying you can say to your friend here, wow, you smell like a small soap. And that means like, oh, it looks like you just spent a night with someone. All right, so this is my room. It's $5 a night. And these are all my belongings, by the way. Those are all my possessions in this world. And the laptop, of course. I was told it's super dangerous to go outside past 8 p.m. So let's go and do exactly that. I'll see you at 8 or 9 p.m. We'll go outside and have a nocturnal look at the neighborhood. Yeah, to be honest, I've been doing this almost every single night since I got here. At least for like a little walk around at night. I'm a night person, I guess. I do like being outside at night. So see you a bit later. Alright, it's around 8 a.m. and I've just stepped outside. It looks like those guys are posing for a picture with the cars lighting. The streets are a lot more lively at night. You see people ganging around on motorbikes and stuff, and lots of people outside walking around, I guess because there's not many cars passing. And let's go and enter the local bar. Yeah. Todos los días yo veo tú con otro moto. ¿Tú vendes o qué? Ah.
Piquete, papi.
¿Qué te?
Piquete. Los Willys.
Ah, entiendo, sí. ¿Puedes hacer un wheelie?
Pero ahorita.
Ah, ahora.
No, porque mucha gente
Pero no hay policía, ¿sí?
también y llegan y.
Ah.
Hágale.
Vale.
Vale, va a ser el. Camilo es un 45 kilos. De una. Está bien magnético.
Increíble. ¿Árabe? Un poco. Hablamos hebreo.
Habla de.
Sí, pero es un poco similar de árabe, como español y portugués. ¿Tienes? Vale. Yo voy a tomar cerveza. Aquí. Gracias. Salud. This is my first time trying Estoy hablando con la cámara. This is my first time trying the light Águila. So I hope it's gonna be good. Because that's the only thing he had. And I can't film it for too long because of the music, but yeah, it's quite fine. They must think I'm crazy. I'm gonna take this beer por el camino because it's too loud in there. Can't really film. And let's go for a walk around the hood, I guess. On second thought, I don't really like this beer too much. It's too light. I mean, it tastes like juice or something. All right. I guess that's about it. Thank you for watching. This video was a bit different, a bit more personal. So let me know if you liked it in the comments. And I love you. Te amo. Mucho.